Hey guys, it's Andrew from Cardinal Kia. In this video, we're going to take a quick first look at the first ever 2025 Kia K4. I have in front of me here an LX IVT in Aurora Black. Let's get started. Okay, and starting us off, the size of this K4 kind of slots in between the outgoing Kia Forte and the now discontinued for Canada Kia K5. We do have the newer smart fob here. And this does come standard with remote start. So this is push button start with our remote starter. You can see we have the newer design headlights. So this is the star map design with LED amber daytime running lights and turn signals. And it does have LED MFR headlights, which is the multi-reflective LEDs in this trim level. I just want to note at the bottom under the license plate there, that is our radar sensor. So that's going to be for our smart cruise control with stop and go, as well as your forward collision avoidance assist with junction turning. So that comes standard on the LX. As we make our way around, we've got some wheel covers on the LX. You do get alloys on the higher trim levels. Because this is push button start, you have the button on the outside of the door to press to lock and unlock when you've got your smart fob near. Gas door still on the driver's side. And as we make our way around the back here, totally different design than the previous Kia Forte. And this is a combination of LED and bulb type lights. And we have our reverse light down there in the center. So you can see the way the roof line goes that this is a fastback design. We have a button to pop the trunk open. I'll do it right from here with tons of cargo space. And all K4 trim levels come with the temporary spare tire now. So no more tire mobility kit. And one thing to note is the rear door handles are up here in the pillar. So we go ahead and give that a pull to reveal our very spacious rear seats. Do have dual USB-C charging ports here behind the center console for rear seat passengers. And heading inside the front, you can see we have a whole new interior design, extremely similar to the EV9. The heated seats and your ventilated seat button will be up here in the door now instead of in the center console. We have a standard electronic parking brake with auto hold. A new steering wheel design. I personally love the offset Kia in the middle here, but this is not a traditional like complete circle. You have almost like a flat bottom top and bottom, and it's extremely comfortable for driving with. Similar to our EVs, we have the controls on the steering wheel have flipped from one side to the other. And then you'll see here for our infotainment and instrument cluster, we have dual 12.3-inch screens. So this comes standard on an LX. Quite minimal, but a beautiful design for your instrument cluster. And one thing I really love is you go to apply your foot on the brake pedal and you'll see the brake lights are going to light up on the K4 in the middle there. One thing to note is that there is no drive mode changing for an LX. The drive mode button would be right here, but you are just driving in the most economical drive when it comes to the LX. And then we have our 12.3-inch infotainment screen. So the two of these together is called our CCNC, which is our connected car navigation cockpit. And this is considered the light version. So the LX doesn't have navigation built in, but when your phone is connected with Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, you're going to be able to connect wirelessly and be able to use your Google Maps, Apple Maps, or your preferred navigation program. For your radio, you now can still choose between AM and FM, but Sirius is going to be standard now. And then we have our volume control knob right here in the middle, very similar to the EV9. When you go into your setup, you go to Vehicle, Driver Assistance, very similar to the last software, just kind of cleaned up a little bit more. But of course, this is where you can go in and adjust all of your different safety features and see everything listed. Kia Connect is now standard in here, and you get over-the-air updates. So on occasion, it might come up and say that there's a software update available. I do have a video on the EV9 on how to kind of continue with that, but it's very informative, and it actually doesn't take too long. And this still qualifies for the 3-year trial. So not only do you have the physical remote start, but you have the option for the remote starter and the other app features through Kia Connect. And under the infotainment screen, you'll see we have a lot of physical buttons here. So like in the EV9, these buttons here are like a tactile light touch button. This is just straight up normal buttons. And then you still have your, again, your rolly volume knob in the middle here. And when you press it, it's the power for your media. And I love that the climate controls down here, very simple and straightforward, only buttons. Buttons and lights. So as you hit and adjust, like just keep it simple. We don't need anything too crazy in here. And then when you go up into the higher trim levels with the GT lines, when they come out, you're gonna have that additional 5-inch screen in between these two, the dual zone auto climate. Otherwise, again, just keeping it simple. Down here, we've got a USB-C charging port. And then this is your data port if you did want to plug in for Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, or if you wanted to use a USB flash drive in there for MP3 songs. And then you press this if you want to switch back and forth between charging or data and charging. So technically, you've got 2 USB charging ports in the front. And you still do get a traditional 12-volt behind the little door there. Around the shifter, very, very comfortable, big, bulky shifter. Just normal, no dials, no nothing like that. Just keeping it traditional while keeping it classy. And again, denote the LX base model, push button start. Fantastic. Cup holders are coming from the Sportage and the EV9 as well, where they can be tucked away if you need room for larger items. And then if you need it as a cup holder, you just hit the button and it flings out. And you've got lots of room for the bigger cups to fit in here. Standard cloth for the seats. It's a nice color. We kind of got this gray going on through the whole thing. Very comfortable seats and lots of room. We've got a very clear backup camera on here, and you can go with the wider view as well. So you can use the entire screen for the backup camera, or if you need to line up an accessory hitch or anything, you have that option as well. Last couple things to note, that you've got your camera up in the middle on the outside for your lane keep and lane follow assist features. It does not have the blind spot collision avoidance assist. That's going to be when you go up one more into the EX. And just a note on the outside too, there's no LED signal repeaters in the mirror like in the higher trim levels. We did just get a red EX here. So just again to note that we've got the LED turn signals in there. And this one does have the alloy wheels. I know it's filthy, but we just got it. So there is going to be more information coming. I'm going to be working on the how-to videos, and I'm going to do a few more walkthrough videos of each specific trim level, what the differences are for each trim level, as well as a full walkthrough of as many trim levels as I can. Thanks for watching, guys.